All right, race fans, if you could, stand if able and join us for the back-to-school bash here at Texana Raceway Park, presented by Sames Ford in Corpus Christi. We'll start out with the prayer. Lord, we ask that you watch over the racers, the teams, the crews, the drivers, and the fans tonight, Lord, as we enjoy the spirit of competition. We ask that you continue to bless those that need to be blessed and continue to have the helping hands of those that need the helping hand, Lord. We ask that you continue to grace us with your presence in all that we do. We ask all those things in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, thank you, race fans. Welcome out to Texana Raceway Park, and let's get ready for some late model racing action. All right, race fan, we start the qualifying race in action with car number 74 up from North Texas, John Sliney in car number 74.
All right, Bobby, tonight with our late models in town, we're going to be doing time trials, so we will time these cars in. Once they get timed in, we will line up heat races based on fast qualifier on the pole for their heat races, Bobby.
All right, fast time so far for John Sliney, 19.545. 19.545 for John Sliney, car number 74. .03 is actually the official time lap there of John Sliney. That 19.45 was his warm-up lap. 19.60 second time there for John Sliney. Up next on the track is car number 12. That is Cody Hardage. And first lap for Cody Hardage. 19.460 for Cody Hardage on lap number 1. As they come out, they'll get one warm-up lap, then they'll take the white, or take the green, then the white. Lap number 2 for Cody Hardage, 19.00 for Cody Hardage. Up next on the racetrack there in car number 7X, that is Rory Jordan. Rory Jordan in the 7X. Little wild and loosey-goosey. 18.945. 18.945. Good enough for lap number 1. And second lap for Jordan, 19.00, so just a tick slower there for lap number 2. One 9.90 once I get my glasses checked there. 19.90 for Mr. Jordan. Up next is Bo Bragnog, car number 32. $18.17 for Bo, 18.17 in car number 32. $18.21 for Bo in car number 32, 18.21. Up next on the racetrack, you see it right there. Car number 57, second generation racer, normally known in the family, normally known for asphalt racing, switching over to dirt. This is Jason Kelly. Jason Kelly in car number 57. $20.25, lap number 1 there for Jason. Comes around out of turn number 4, much better lap looking like right here. Waiting to get a time for that. Up next on the racetrack in car number 33, Ray Allen Kahanick. A jack of all trades racer, races a little bit of everything. Late models, sport mods, big mods, and late models. You see him here tonight. First time, first lap, 18.01, 18.01. Quick time there for Ray Allen Kahanick. Coming around for lap number 2 out of turn number 4. Let's see if we can go just a tick faster. And indeed he does. 17.86, 17.86. New fast time for Ray Allen Kahanick. Now to turn number 4, picking up the green flag. Local kid of sorts in car number 48 from Papalote, Texas. This is Cody Leonard in car number 48. $17.76. That is new fast time on his first lap. So let's see what he can do coming out on the second lap. Green and going. $17.87, so just a tick slower. 17.87, just a tick slower there for Cody Leonard. Up next on the racetrack, coming to the green flag car, number 78. That's Eddie Hardage from Victoria. It's car number 78. Looks like he's having a little bit of an issue with his transponder. But Eddie Hardage in the car number 78. 19.57, lap number 1. Coming out turn 4, let's see what he can do. .68 second lap time. Up now on the racetrack in car number 19. That is Barry Quaid. Barry Quaid, car number 19. First lap for Barry Quaid, 18.84. 18.84 for Barry Quaid in car number 19. And just a 18.84, fairly consistent laps there for Barry Quaid. Up next on the racetrack, coming out in car number 1, that is Kevin Sinton. Kevin Sinton in car number 1. .97 for his final lap there in car number 19. Green flag coming up here, as we said, for Kevin Sinton. Kevin Sinton out of Baytown. 18.01 first lap around for Kevin Sinton. 18.01. .31 will be the fast time lap there for. Coming up next, car number 37, taking the green and flag. 18.65, 18.65. 37 driven by AJ Burnett from Hondo. Checker flag out. 18.34, 18.34 for AJ Burnett out of Hondo, Texas. Up next on the racetrack in car number 53X, that is Matt Fox. Matt Fox in the 53X. Fox out of Kerrville. .22 for Fox in the 53X. .52, second lap a little bit slower there for car 37. Final qualifier of the evening, car number 104, Brandon Brzezowski. 104, 10-4, pick your number for him. .18.13 first time for Brzezowski. Coming around getting the checker flag, lap number 2. 18.13, lap number 2 there for Brzezowski. That'll put him mid-pack, roughly 4th or 5th spot. Once we get the official results lined up, we'll let you know the qualifying results and end up having the heat races coming up later on this evening. Unofficial fast time pending technical inspection. Cody Leonard at a 17.770, 17.770 for Cody Leonard, and Ray Allen Kahana qualified in second with a 17.868. 17.868. That's your top 2 qualifiers here in late model qualifying at Texana Raceway Park here for the late models. Up next, heat race for your IMCA Modifieds. We'll get the lineup here in just a second as they get ready to roll. We are green and going here, heat race number 1. Up front is that 17 of Adrian Awald. Outside, the 26D of Cody Duke. 45 is Brian Makachek. Robert Lisi Jr., car 77. Tanner Whitmire from Taft in car 101. And Charles Strong there in the 27S. So 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 coming up for your IMCA Modifieds. Side by side as they completed lap number 1 there in the book. So give Tanner Whitmire the pass and for the lead in that 101. There you see Sames Ford on the side of that 101. We appreciate and thank the sponsorship of Sames Ford for the Back to School Bash here tonight at Texana Raceway Park. Sames Ford, longtime racing supporters here in South Texas. Not only do they support us here at Texana Raceway Park, also support our friends down there at the South Texas Race Ranch. Trouble there for Awalt in the 17. Dead in the water there in turn 3 and 4. A little bit of rough contact there from Cody Duke there in the 26, trying to slide to avoid. Not much luck in that. Awalt able to get underneath his own power there in that white number 17. They'll end up starting shotgun on the field as they get him lined up and ready to go. So Tanner Whitmire up front in the 101. Robert Lisi Jr. in car 77. Brian Makachek in the 45. That is your points leader. The 27D, or 27S rather, Charles Strong in the 27S, then the 26D, Cody Duke, and then the aforementioned Adrian Awalt in car number 17. Rounding out the field there as they line up for the first Texas two-step restart of the night here at Texana. Actually, looks like they're trying to move Cody Duke up, so not an all-involved rule there. So Cody Duke on the inside, Lisi up on the outside in the 77, Makachek in the 45. Then Strong in the 27S. That's your top 5 as we get ready to restart here. First time of the night, Texas two-step restart. Texana Raceway Park. Welcome to everybody coming out for the Back to School Bash here in person. And thanks to all those watching on Race on Texas All Access with our media partners and friends over at raceontexas.com. So lights are out. Tanner Whitmire looking him over. He's got control of the field. Lights are out as they roll off into turn number 3. And we are green and going here in the IMCA Modifieds. So right away, Whitmire in the 101 starts checking out. 3 wide there in the back of the pack. Awalt trying to come through the field. Got the left front up in the wheel underneath the 45 of Makachek. Trouble there for Lisi going into turn number 3. Locks up the front end there. Loses a lot of ground. That opens up the door for the 26 of Cody Duke. And the aforementioned battle between Awalt in the 17 and Makachek in the 45. So here comes Awalt in the 17 to the inside of both of them. So move Awalt back in the second spot there in that white and black number 17. And trouble again, gets into turn 3 and just washes out. Dead in the water there again for the 17. Second time in a row, also second time getting collected by the 26D of Cody Duke. So we'll get them re-racked and restacked just a tick before halfway. So lights are out, going off into turn number 3, Tanner Whitmire, Robert Lisi, and Brian Makachek. That is your top 3. Here we go. Green and going one more time. So they go 3 wide there for second spot again. So Robert Lisi on the outside in the 77, Cody Duke on the inside in the 26D. There goes Makachek on the outside in the black number 45. They try to go 3 wide, but get the spot now to Lisi in car number 77. So now Makachek there in the black number 45 trying to look to the inside of Lisi in the 77. They able to hang together, making the pass happen. Makachek in the 45. Meanwhile, up front, Tanner Whitmire about a half a track length ahead in the 101. He sees 2 to go. That was lap number 6, so 2 more laps to go. Trouble there for Lisi again in car 77. Locks up the steering. Maybe having power steering issues, locking up the motor there in the 77. Back up front, wide flag. 1 more lap to go for Tanner Whitmire in the Sames Ford 101. And trouble there for Lisi again, coming on turn number 4. Meanwhile, checkered flag out. Tanner Whitmire wins the heat race in the 101. Makachek comes around second in the 45 and rounding out third. Surviving the heat race would be Charles Strong in that 27S. All right, up next to be the first of 2 heat races for your pure stock class. Up front on the pole in car number 35, that is Monty Chamberlain. Outside of him in the 32, this week 32 car driven by Chase Sanchez. 179, that's Grant Whitney. On the inside of row number 2, outside, starting 4th in the number 9, that's Gary Butler. Inside the next row, car number 47, Traylor Caulfield. And outside of the 3rd row, starting 6th in the 42M, is Wesley Maurer. There they are, 6 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 1 for your pure stock, just like we're missing the 47. So don't forget, if you brought the kiddos, we'll be giving away school supplies there at intermission. We'll also be talking to the fast time there for the late models. Tentatively, that's going to be Cody Leonard. But we'll get everybody going there on that, updated as we get closer to intermission. Because I know the kids aren't ready to go back to school, but I bet you parents are happy. Out the kids are going back to school, not so much food getting eaten in the house during the summertime. All right, so lights out. We're going to turn them loose. Recapping the running order. Up front on the pole in the 35, Monty Chamberlain. 32, Chase Sanchez. 179, Grant Whitney. The 9, Gary Butler. And rounding out the field is the 42M, Wesley Maurer. There they are, 5 cars, 8 laps, heat race. Number 1 of 2 for the pure stocks. Here we go. Green flag. And they go 3, almost 4 wide out of turn number 2 on the first lap. Whitney there on the bottom, Chamberlain in the middle, Chase Sanchez up top in that 32 car. So Sanchez will lead lap number 1 as they roll off into turn number 1. Still 3 wide there for second. Whitney there on the inside in the black 179. You got Monty Chamberlain in the 35 up on the outside. Chamberlain pulling double duty once again between the 35 and the 55. He's got the 55 Seals Hot Rod shop, number 55M there in the factory stocks, running double duty again. So trouble there for Sanchez, washed out going into turn number 2. He's going to lose the lead. They go 3 wide down the backstretch once again. So Sanchez able to make the recovery. But now Chamberlain there on the inside. Let's see if Sanchez will get the run. He does get the run on the outside, keeps the lead. Same thing down at turn number 1 and 2 again. Sanchez washes out. Now that opens up the door for Whitney in the 179 and the 35 of Monty Chamberlain. So we are halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Entertaining heat race so far for the Pure Stocks. Well, this time Sanchez is going to come to the inside, try to make the pass on the inside. Trouble there for Whitney. See lots of smoke starting to pour out the bottom of that machine. Meanwhile, back up front, Monty Chamberlain takes the lead once again. So now they go side by side there for second with Whitney. Looks like whatever smoke was there starting to burn off a little bit. See it under braking, but not under power. So 2 more laps to go there for Chamberlain, your leader, but he's got a couple of hungry hounds right behind him. Whitney there on the bottom, Sanchez back up top. So white flag, 1 more lap around here for Monty Chamberlain. Rolls down into turn number 1. Oh, here comes Whitney trying to slide to the inside. He snuck it down in there. Side by side they go, down into the turn number 3. Monty taking him in the tight line. Whitney, though, able to slam the door. He's going to come out. He's going to do it. Grant Whitney's going to pick up the W in the heat race over Monty Chamberlain and Chase Sanchez. Gary Butler 4th, and Maurer there in the 42 coming around, going to round out 5th. All right, here's going to line up for heat race number 2. Up front on the 355 on the pole, that's Riley Heil. Outside of her in car number 27, and that is James Jennings. Wesley Turnmeyer is going to start third on inside of row number 2 in the 16. Outside in the 11D, that's John Drexler. William Cellier in the 401, and Dylan Jennings rounds out the field in car number 72. So once again, 6 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 2 for the Pure Stocks. Looks like we got the addition there, the 47. Looks like he lined up in the wrong heat race. They may let him run this one, may send him to the pits. So redoing the running order just a tick. So that's Riley Heil there in the 355 still on the pole. James Jennings on the outside. William Cellier there on the 401 on the inside. Then you got Drexler in the 11D up on the outside. Dylan Jennings outside, row number 3 still hanging there in 6th. They'll restart 5th, 6th right in there on that last row. Meanwhile, we're green and going up front. Let's go racing. Oh, watch out, Riley Heil from the lead. Loops it in turn number 2. So we'll see if the car stays started. As of right now, no cautions out. That opens up the door for Drexler. And no caution, we stay green. So Drexler in the 11D. Jennings in the 27. Cellier in the 401. That is your top 3 as dead in the water there towards the backstretch. The 355 of Riley Heil. So she pulls into the hot pit. Not a good start for the evening there for Riley Heil in the 355. So they get ready the Texas two-step restart once again. Drexler's up front on the road by himself. Will Cellier in the 401. Should be Jennings on the outside in that 27. That's your top 3. Here we go. Greeny going one more time into pure stocks. So right away, Drexler starts checking out. Battle there for 3rd. Turnmeyer in the 16 trying to become part of the battle with Jennings in the 27. That's James Jennings in the 27. So Will Cellier's got a good run. Got the best run of the year so far for that 401. As we come halfway home, John Drexler in the 11D is your leader. Will Cellier is 2nd. James Jennings 3rd. Turnmeyer in the 16 runs 4th. And in 5th, Dylan Jennings in car number 72. So speaking of Jennings, side by side there, Turnmeyer in the 16 to the inside of James Jennings in the 27. Turnmeyer locks it up, slides up the racetrack. That'll give Jennings the spot back. Come by complete lap number 6 there on the heat race. That'll be 2 laps to go. That'll be lap number 6. Everybody's starting to run nice. Everybody got a little loosey-goosiness about him so far tonight in both the pure stock heat races so far. A white flag for Drexler. 1 more lap around. Cellier runs 2nd in that 401, then Jennings in the 27, Turnmeyer in the 16. Into turn 3 out of turn number 4, picking up the W in heat race number 2, John Drexler wins. Who's going to be there for 2nd? Here comes James Jennings to the inside of Cellier. Woo, give that one to Jennings right at the line. So Jennings 2nd, Cellier 3rd. Turnmeyer 4th, and Dylan Jennings rounds out the top 5. They're in heat race number 2 for the Pure Stocks. Up next will be the heat race here for your E-Mods. Give you the running order as they come through. First on the pole, car number 33, Braden Tumlinson. On the outside in the 21S, that's Summer Nave. On the inside, car number 75, that's Phil Beckner from Victoria. Cooper Kaliba there in the 04. Nick Gomez in car 74. And Rio Blackner in the R10 machine. That's your lineup. 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 for your E-Mods. So recapping the starting order, Tomlinson in the 33, Summer Nave in the 21S, Phil Beckner in the 75, Cooper Kaliba in the 04, Gomez in the 74, and Rio Blackner there in the R10, starting 6. That's your lineup as they come around. Lights are out. So we'll be looking to turn them loose this time. So we are green and going right here, right now. So there's your top 2 in the points already going nose to tail in the heat race. You got Tomlinson, Braden Tomlinson in the 33, and Cooper Kaliba in the 04. That is your top 2 in points. As they go nose to tail, there's Phil Beckner there in the 75. Had that new wrap on it last week. Your top 3 continue to be nose to tail. Braden Tomlinson in the 33, Kaliba in the 04. Now Beckner in the 75 dropping off just a little bit as they come out of turn number 2, but he gained it back going into turn number 3. So Tomlinson slides a little wide out of turn number 2. That opens up the door for the 04. Let's see what Cooper can do. Cooper not able to get the run on the bottom. We are halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. In the one and only heat race here for the E-Mods. Everybody's starting to stay a little equal distance apart now between the top 4 runners. Tomlinson still having a little bit of issue there in turn number 2, washing out just a little bit. That opens up the door for Cooper in that 04. So 2 more laps to go in this one. So now they're going to come up on the lap car. Gomez as they come to get the white flag. Let's see if that bottlenecks the field. Not for long. We have a good hard charge in there for the, about to say for Rio Blackner, but him and Phil Beckner get together. They're going off into turn number 1. They're battling for 3rd and 4th. So meanwhile, back up front, coming in the checkered flag, the 33 of Tomlinson, the 04 Cooper Kaliba. Tomlinson gets a W. Kaliba 2nd, Rio Blackner 3rd, Summer Nave 4th, and Beckner rounds out the top 5 there in the E-Mods. All right, here's how we're going to line up here for your one and only heat race here for your limited sport mods. Up front on the pole in 115, that's Jack Barfield. Outside of him in the 410, that's Audrey Joe. Caleb Sellier in the $4X inside of row number 2 outside. In fourth, the 03, that's GW Hessong. Inside the next row, starting fifth, the 13B, that is Bryce Reed. Logan Dinsman up next in the 26, and the red 26 on the outside of row number 3. And rounding out the field in the double OK, Oliver Billingsley in the double OK. Rounding out the field there, as we said, 7 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 and only one here for your limited sport mods. All right, lights out. Here we go. Looking them over. Green flag right here, right now. Here we go. Oh, they tried to go 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. Didn't make it work. Here comes GW Hessong. They're on the inside. Trouble there for Audrey Joe in the 410. Kind of bouncing off the wall back on turn number 2. So now they go 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way in turn number 1 and 2. They're battling up for second. Is the 03 at GW Hessong. And the 13B of Bryce Reed running forward, trying to get third spot from GW. Now battle for the lead shaping up between Barfield and the 115 and Caleb Sellier in the $4X. Caleb not having the best of runs off of turn number 2. Meanwhile, into turn number 3, side by side there for a third. Bryce Reed in the bottom and the 13B, GW Hessong in the top in that 03. To get the spot back to GW there in the 03 for third. So just past halfway, we got 5 down, 3 to go. So 2 battles there at the front of the field. Battle for first and second, battle for third and fourth. Coming up on 2 to go. We'll say with the battle there for third between GW Hessong and Bryce Reed. Hessong in the 03 has it. Bryce is trying to dig on the bottom and get to it. Not going to happen that time. Meanwhile, white flag, 1 more lap to go. So into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, Jack Barfield's going to pick up the W in the heat race. Caleb Sellier second, GW Hessong third, Bryce Reed fourth. And Audrey Joe in the 410 is going to round out the top 5. All right, first of 2 heat races coming up here for your late models. 7 cars, 8 laps. Heat races for the late models. Up front on the pole. In car 48, that's Cody Leonard. Kevin Sinton in car number 1. Bo Bregnaud there in the 32. AJ Burnett in the 37 starts 4th. Rory Jordan coming up in the 7X. He'll start 5th inside of row number 3. Eddie Hartage in the 78 starts 6th. And Jason Kelly in the blue, number 57, rounds out the field and starts 7th on the field. Looks like we're missing a couple of cars. They'll get lined up coming out of turn number 4. So first appearance of the year for the late models here at Texana Raceway Park. It looks like we're just waiting on the 57 of Jason Kelly. So recapping the order, Cody Leonard up front on the pole. Kevin Sinton in car number 1. Inside of row number 2 in the 32, Bo Bragnog. Outside, AJ Burnett in the 37. Rory Jordan in the 7X. Eddie Hartage in the 78. Looks like we're going to roll without Jason Kelly in that 57. So 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 for the late models. Here we go. Green flag. And right away, Cody Leonard starts checking out over Sinton in that car number 1. As they come into turn 3 and 4, Sinton trying to come to the bottom, lost a little bit of ground. So Cody Leonard starting to check out already on lap number 1. Oh, watch these late models fly around Texana Raceway Park, slinging them sideways. So talk about lightning fast. Cody Leonard just ran a 16.775. That was faster than his qualifying time. It's under race conditions. He's picked it up almost a half a second. So everybody's starting to stay equal distance apart. Coming around for lap number 4, your leader. Car number 48, Cody Leonard, halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. He leads over car number 1 to Kevin Sinton. Sinton runs second. Bragnall there in the 32 runs third. Rory Jordan in the 7X runs fourth. AJ Burnett in the 37 runs fifth. That's your top 5. As lightning fast laps continue to be, that was lap number 5 coming up to complete lap number 6 with 2 more laps to go. Coming up for the white flag, Cody Leonard led from the drop of the flag. Cody Leonard, white flag in the 48. Sitting second in car number 1. Bo in 32 runs third. Into turn 3, about a turn number 4, picking up the win. Cody Leonard in car 48, sitting second. Bo runs third in the 32. Jordan fourth, and AJ Burnett in the 37 rounds out the top 5 here in heat race number 1 for the late models. Coming up next for heat race number 2, starting up front on the pole in car number 33, Ray Allen Kohanek, second fast qualifier. On the outside of him in the 10-4, that's Brandon Brzezowski. Up next on the inside in the 53X, that is Matt Fox. Outside in the 19, that's Barry Quaid. Inside the next row, starting 3rd and 5th position, car number 12, that's Cody Hartage. On the outside of him in car number 74, that is John Sliney. And running out the field, starting 7th in the 53 double X, that is Chandler Fox. So Kahana raced a little bit of everything. He's raced everything from sprint cars to these late models. Last weekend, he was up at Boot Hill Speedway in Louisiana trying to go for the $10,000 to win factory stock race they had. So if it's got 4 wheels and a motor, he'll race it, and they're usually up front whenever races that he runs in any division that he runs. So watch that 33 car, one of the big hot shoes tonight here in the late models. Brzezowski in the 10-4, 104, 10-4, call it what you will. Brzezowski's had some big wins, multiple perennial powerhouse championship contender in the STLMS series, so the front row is going to be a very, very interesting start to the race. So lights are out. Here we go. Green flag right here, right now. So right away, the 33 Rayana Kahanic starts checking out over the 10-4. Up Brandon Brzezowski side by side there for third. Quaid in the 19 on the outside of Fox in that 53X. So Quaid a little higher than he wanted to go. There in the 19, so loses all the ground. He'll drop the shotgun on the field behind John Sliney in the 74. The back half of the field starts running nose to tail, single file. First spot on the racetrack, the battle there for third between Fox in the 53X and Cody Hartage there in the car number 12. Oh, trouble there for Cody in the 12. Locks it down into turn number 3 and 4. Motor shut off. He loses a ton of ground. So your leader, Rayana Kahanic, in that number 33. He's got a full straightaway lead over Brzezowski. They cross the halfway flag. 4 down, 4 to go. Heat race number 2 for the late models. So that's something breaking. Kahanic's going to take off and lead the heat race and win it. He's got 2 more laps to go for it. Trouble there just a tick for Brzezowski in the 10-4. Having problems. It opens up a little bit of window there for Chandler Fox in the 53X. White flag for Kahanic in turn number 1. He's set on cruise control, but his cruise control is faster than everybody else's. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Dominating performance for your second fast time. Rayana Kahanic wins heat race number 2 by a mile. Brandon Brzezowski's going to end up, I think, second. He does. Chandler Fox third. John Sliney fourth. Quaid fifth. And Cody Hartage rounds out the top 6 cars here in heat race number 2. All right, up next, the first of 2 heat races for the other popular factory stocks. Up front on the pole in car number 44C, that's Cord Beard. Up on the outside, that is your points leader, Johnny Westfall, in car number 9. Up next, inside of row number 2, car 39, that's Michaela Trimble. Outside of them in car 55M, that is the Wharton County Playboy, Marnie Chamberlain. Cody Leonard pulling double duty in car 12. He starts inside of row number 3, Mike Harelka on the outside in the black number 19. And running out the field in the red and black, 0-2 from Victoria, that's Shannon Maurer, 7 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 1 of 2 here for the factory stocks on Sames Ford Back to School Bash Night here at Texana Raceway Park. Lights out, we're looking them over. We go green and going right here, right now. Here we go. And side by side down into turn number 1, Cord Beard on the inside. Johnny Westfall up on the outside. Trouble there for Shannon Maurer in the 0-2. Loops it by the tire in the middle of 1 and 2. Side by side there for third on the inside. That is Cody Leonard in the 12. Michaela Trimble in the 39. Cody Leonard, another one of those racers that was up at Boot Hill trying to win the $10,000 to win race last weekend. He's now pulling double duty with us here at Texana. Cord Beard trying to lock down second spot. Going to get a little high. A little wiggle and a jiggle. That'll move Cody Leonard into second spot. Oh, for there for Westfall into 9. Got a little big push there coming out of turn number 2. Had to lock it down. Lost a lot of ground there to Cody Leonard in that 12 car. So now here comes Cody looking to the inside of Westfall in the 9. So Cody coming up on the inside of Johnny. There they go, side by side down the back straightaway. Johnny slams the door in the 9. He just can't hold the door closed. Here comes the 12 back to the inside. Johnny gets to such a great run off of turn number 1, or turn number 4 and turn number 2. They still roll in nose to tail. Here comes Cody Leonard with a run off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Give that lap to Cody Leonard. As they're just past halfway, that completed lap number 5. 3 more laps to go. So now move Cody Leonard into the lead by a car and a half length. So coming up on 2 to go. Your top 2 checked out on the rest of the field. Cord Beard in the 44C runs 3rd. Michaela Trimble in the 39 4th, but white flag in the air. One more time around for Cody Leonard in car number 12. Oh, there comes some more smoke. Some heavy duty smoke out of the 12 car. Hopefully it's not going to be terminal. Car still see running under power. Checkered flag. Cody Leonard wins. Johnny Westfall second. Cord Beard in the 44C runs 3rd. Michaela Trimble runs 4th. Monty Chamberlain 5th. Then Hirelka and Maurer round out the top 7 cars here in heat race number 1 for your factory stocks. All right, here's your lineup for heat race number 2 up front on the pole in car 741. Also ran the Battle of Boot Hill last week for the $10,000 win. Had a top 10 finish in the main event. That's the Robstown Rocket. That's Cameron Starr on the outside in the 04. That's Jacob Burnett. Inside the next row won last week's big main event for the factory stocks in 113. That's Memphis Furiel. Kevin Izey there in car number 22. Chase Sanchez in the 63 inside of row number 3. The 777, that's Will Spears. He starts 6th, and rounding out the field, starting 7th in the 63J. That is Joe Johnson. So 7 cars, 8 laps, second heat race here for the factory stocks. Here we go. Lights are out. We go racing right here, right now. Here we go. And trouble for the 22 right away, pulling into the infield. So right now, battle already shaping up for the top spot between the 741 of Cameron Starry and the 113 of Memphis Villarreal. So Memphis looking into the bottom. Not happening that time. Cameron able to slam the door. The Cam with a good run coming off of turn number 4. Your top 2 starting to check out over 3rd place. Jacob Burnett in that 04. Chase Sanchez in the 63 pulling double duty, but right now your leaders are side by side. Out of turn number 2, give Cameron Starry about a 2-car length lead over the 113 there at Villarreal. Memphis is digging out of turn number 4. Bumper to bumper, they're going off into turn number 1. Here comes Memphis looking to the inside in the 113. Cam with a good run off of turn number 2. Oh, Memphis tried to lay into him just a little bit. No, Harm, no foul. We are halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go as the leaders continue to battle side by side, nose to tail. Memphis sliding it down in there. Let's see if the slide job comes. Cameron Starry didn't do the slide job, just tried to lay the back bumper. Oh, here comes the slide job, slamming it down on the inside. Cameron Starry. Memphis, though, with a good run coming on the top side. We'll stick with the battle for the lead. Memphis about 3 car lengths ahead now over Cameron Starry in that 741. Memphis will see the double flags. 2 more laps to go in the heat race. There you see Cameron Starry starting to ease up just a little bit, saving himself for the main event. A white flag, 1 more lap around for your leader, the 113 of Memphis Villarreal. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Your winner, heat race number 2, Memphis Villarreal wins. Cameron Starry second. Chase Sanchez third. Jacob Burnett fourth. And Will Spears in the 777 rounds out your top 5 in the second heat race here for your factory stocks. So I believe that'll conclude the preliminary portion of tonight's program as we get ready to start giving away the school supplies here for the kids. We'll get information on that here in just a second. We'll have a couple of the cars and drivers come out to help assist with that. So we'll get everything rocking and rolling. So sit tight. Now's your chance. Take a pause for the cause if you're not here with the little ones for the school supplies. So we'll be back with more instructions here for the Back to School Bash presented by Sames Ford here tonight at Texana Raceway Park. All right, we're going to get some cars to come down here, and we'll get some drivers to help us pass out the school supplies here in a minute. Right now, we're going to check in with late model fast time in car number 48. No stranger to Texana Raceway Park in South Texas Racing. We're with the man, Cody Leonard. So, Cody, obviously you get to run the late model all over. You ran with some STMLS stuff with some Racer RX deals all over the state and in the Southwest. Now you get to run your late model closer to home. Does it feel good to at least get a chance to stay in your own bed tonight after you race one of these things?
Yeah, it's nice, running a home track. You got an idea of what the place is going to do, how it's going to work out, and the layout. And then being so close to home, you get to go home, lay down, It's nice being close.
So you race a lot of stuff. Like normally you race your big mod here, your IMCA modified. Obviously not the same type of machine. Do you get to learn anything switching from one car to the other? Does the driving techniques change, or does it change all the time based on track conditions?
It's changing all the time. Some cars like one thing, another car likes another, but taking the track conditions from one car to the other, you kind of know where the line is and where something works versus the other won't. So it kind of helps you leading into the next one on where to go.
So in terms of horsepower, obviously you set almost fast time with your first warm-up lap. I think you ran a 775 during race conditions. Does it feel that fast from in there versus some of the other stuff you race, or can you really know the difference racing that fast in one of these cars?
Oh, you can definitely tell the difference. Going from this thing in that heat race to that factory stock, it's just this thing, you got split-second decisions. You come out of the corner, you're going to the next one within a snap of a finger. The factory stock, you got so much time just to think going down the front stretch, going down the back stretch. It's just the difference between the two is pretty wild.
So in pulling double duty, does it make it harder? Does one make the other harder? Is it harder to go from the late model into the factory stock, or harder to go from the factory stock into the late model?
It's a yes and no answer. The speed difference kind of throws you off. If you're used to the swap, it's not as bad. But going from the late model, you got 2 times or 3 times the speed compared to the factory stock. So you can actually drive the factory harder than you think you could. And then going from the factory to the late model, you gotta like mentally prepare yourself, saying you gotta drive this thing hard.
All right, well, here's your fast time in the late model. Is going to be one of the heavy hitters and favorites for tonight, Cody Leonard, everybody.
All right, kiddos, y'all want to start heading down for school supply giveaway. We'll get that kicked off here. Parents, you're welcome to come with them, check out the cars, talk to the drivers, hang out with us here just a few minutes. So we're going to start working your way down. Kids, 1 backpack. The police officers over here with their lights on have lots of them, so you can head over there. You can come back here. Summer has a bunch on her car on the 21S. The 39 has some, so just stop in and get you a backpack, get you some school supplies, kids. Come on down. Once you have one, check out the race cars, hang out for a little bit, and then work your way back up. They're handing them out at both police cars. Y'all just head over there and get you a backpack. Work your way down. Y'all can come say hi to some drivers and pick up your school supplies. Get you some school supplies. Summer over here, she has the good stuff. Y'all come down here. She's got some rock motor koozie. She's got all kinds of stuff down here too. So Michaela has good stuff down here too.
All right, so we want to get you a chance to thank the drivers and the crews and local law enforcement for coming out and helping donate and give away some of the different toys. Thanks, Cody Leonard and the crew there. Thanks, John Drexler down on the end for the donating and his family and girlfriend for donating a lot of the school supplies, passing them out. Thanks Further down, saw Michaela Trimble down there. Saw Summer Nave giving out some stuff. So we thank Cord Beard for donating some of the school supplies as well. And special thanks to our main sponsor, Sames Ford, there in Corpus Christi, for the Sames Ford Back to School Bash here at Texana. So if you hadn't had a chance to make your way down, take a look at some of the race cars and take a picture of the outside of the race cars up close and personal. Still got a few minutes to do that. We'll start asking you guys to head further back up in the grandstand so we can get the main event portion of tonight's action going. Also, thanks to Mickey Helms for donating some stuff with the school supplies. So still got a few more minutes to come down and grab the school supplies for the kiddos, and then we'll get everybody tuned back up and ready to go for the main event race in action coming up later tonight. All right, race fans, last chance to take some last-minute pictures and get your last-minute school supplies. And those that already have, go ahead and try to make your way back up to the grandstand so we can get the show rolling on for the rest of the race in action here tonight. It's Sames Ford Back to School Bash here at Texana Raceway Park. All right, everybody, just a couple of minutes. We will get the lineup for the first main event going. That's going to be your IMCA modified main event. So if you're still standing in line waiting on some food, we'll get you squared away with your food, get everything lined up and ready to go here for Back to School Night, Back to School Bash, presented by Sames Ford. And right on cue, here they come. Here's your lineup for the main event for your IMC modified feature. Up front on the pole in car 101, that's Tanner Whitmire. Outside of Tanner in car number 45, that's Brian Makinchek. Charles Strong there on the inside of row number 2, starting third in the 27S. Outside in the 26D, that's Cody Duke. Inside the next row, Robert Lisi Jr. in car number 77. And running out the field, starting 6th, and shotgun on the field in the car number 17 out of Victoria. That's Adrian Awalt. There they are, 6 cars, 20-lap main event race in action here at Texana Raceway Park. Back to School Bash Night, presented by Sames Ford. All right, so Tanner Whitmire, Brian Makinchek in the 45, Charles Strong in the 27S, Cody Duke in the 26D, Lisi in the 17, and Adrian Awalt there in the 17. There they are, 6 cars, 8 laps, or 6 cars, 20 laps rather. Main event race in action. It goes green right here, right now. Here we go. And right away, back to just like it was in the heat race. Tanner Whitmire starts checking out. Right from the beginning, trouble for Makinchek there in the 45, gets loose out of turn number 2. Man on the move right now, starting there is Cody Duke, able to gain a couple of spots. Trouble there for Strong in the 27S, spinning between turns 3 and 4. Can't tell if he's going to get it stuck or not, get it restarted. I think he's got it restarted. But he's going to be behind the 8-ball, very good and solid. Meanwhile, back up front, battle there for second, starting to heat up. Between the 26D of Cody Duke and the 45 of Brian Makinchek. Move Makinchek in the 45 up to second spot behind Tanner Whitmire. So now that's not a battle for position there in the 101. That's actually trying to put the 27S of Strong and lap down. That is the only side-by-side battle on the racetrack. That is just a battle. That's not a battle for position. The trouble there for Strong, almost spinning out again between 1 and 2. And trouble for Strong again. Not under power there in turns 3 and 4. Cautions out. We get a chance to see the first Texas two-step restart here at Texana. for your main event race in action. So Tanner Whitmire up front on the road by himself. Then you go 2 by 2 back behind him. Hence the Texas two-step 1-2-2. Cody Duke there on the inside. Brian Makachek, that's your second row. Here we go, back to green flag racing right here, right now. Three wide there for third for just a second down the back straightaway. Makachek in the 45 up high. Adrian Awalt down low in the 17. There comes Cody Duke or Lisi there in the 77. Getting together with Awalt, but now the hot spot on the racetrack. Battle there for second, side by side for a minute. Makachek in the 45 and the 26D of Cody Duke. So Cody able to hang tough for just a second. Ooh, trouble there for Lisi in the 77, not sounding like it's firing on all cylinders. So your leader continues to be the 101 of Tanner Whitmire. He's led from the drop of the green flag, led all 8 laps of the heat race as well. They come by to complete lap number 8 of the main event. 12 more laps to go, 2 laps from halfway. Right now the hot spot on the racetrack is that battle for third and fourth between the 26D of Cody Duke and the 17 of Adrian Awalt. So Adrian trying to get it done on the bottom side. Not going to happen that time. Meanwhile, coming up to halfway. Halfway home, cross flags out for your leader, the 101 of Tanner Whitmire. So Tanner got almost a half a track lead over the 45 of Brian Makachek and the 26D of Cody Duke, the 17 of Adrian Awalt. So now the hot spot for second starting to heat up just a little bit between the 45 of Makachek and the 26D of Cody Duke. Cody coming to the bottom side right there as they come out of turn number 4. Let's see if Cody can make any ground. So Cody gets a much better run going in 1 and 2 than he does coming out of 3 and 4. So Cody's trying to get the run on the inside. Not going to happen that time. That outside lane actually hooking up pretty good so far tonight. Coming up to complete lap number 15. 5 more laps to go for your leader, the 101 of Tanner Whitmire. And indeed, final engine trouble there for the 77 of Robert Lisi. That thing's been sounding a little rough for the last couple of laps. So we'll still stick with that battle there for second and third. So the 26D of Cody Duke gets ever so close in 1 and 2. He has a really good run in 1 and 2. And then just can't seem to make it happen in 3 and 4. Makachek there in the 45 just got a much better run coming off the corner there in 3 and 4. It's time by, 2 more laps to go. For your leader, Tanner Whitmire in the 101. Back there battling for second, it still rages on. Makachek has it, Cody Duke really wants it. Meanwhile, white flag for your leader, the 101 of Tanner Whitmire. into turn 3. Up out of turn number 4, he wins in the same sport. Special on same sport, back to school bash. Tanner Whitmire wins in the 101. Now we follow the battle there for the second spot. Makachek on the outside. Cody Duke slams it in there. Here comes the crossover by Makachek. Makachek's going to get it, and Cody Duke, by just an eyelash, will finish third over the 17 of Adrian Awald. Tanner's getting older, so we got to get him longer to take his safety gear off here. Maybe Tripp can help him get done faster. Here's the winner, car 101, Tanner Whitmire, everybody. That was fun. I'll let you hold this for the pictures. We'll come around and talk up front. So let's see here. You led all the heat race. You led all the main event. You barely broke a sweat, but something tells me you still had a pretty good time out there.
Yeah, no, I had an extremely good time. This track's been, I feel like my kryptonite. I've never won here in any car I've been in. This is the first feature that I've won, and it feels good. Feels good.
So the track, obviously, when we were out here for the same sport back to school stuff with the school supplies, the track still felt like it had a little bit of moisture in it. You guys kind of ran it off, but this track seems like it's probably one of the best tracks we've had all season.
Oh, by far. This track is top notch. I look forward to watching late models come around this thing tonight because it's right now you can drive it bottom, top, wherever you want. It's good.
So talk about, before we get the other classes going out, we know you got people to thank for this thing. Obviously, you moved up, changing programs from the limited sport mod up to the full-size big mod. We know you got people to thank.
Oh, yeah, definitely. First off, Sam's Ford. I know they're doing the Sam's Ford Back to School Bash this week. Hector, those guys down in Corpus, they do an awesome job. They're big on give me just big enough sport, just as their sticker's so big on the car. They go down there. I know it's about an hour and a half from here, but man, those guys they'll give you a good deal and be fair. I know cars right now limited, but they will find you one. They will get you what you want. They're a good team. In addition, Sam's Ford, First Community Bank, those guys staying on with me again this year, as well as my son Tripp, Revolutionary Insurance, Towboat US. Coastal Bend Airboats, Devil Biss Racing Chassis, Zane, his top-notch support, Garwin Internet Services, and Coors Light.
All right, well, go enjoy some of this Coors Light when you celebrate the victory here in the 101 in your IMCA Modified winner, Tanner Whitmire. All right, so congratulations to Tanner Whitmire picking up the win in your IMCA Modified main event. So up next, main event racing action here for the Pure Stocks. Here's how they're going to line up. Up front on the pole in the 179, that is Grant Whitney. Outside of him, in the 11D, that's John Drexler. Inside in row number 2, the 35, Monty Chamberlain. Outside the 27 of James Jennings. Inside the next row, car 32, that's Chase Sanchez. Outside in the 401, that's Willem Sellier. Up next inside of row number 4, car number 9, that's Gary Butler. Outside of Gary's in number 16, that's Waylon Turnmeyer. Inside of row 5, starting 9th, the 42M of Wesley Maurer. Outside of them in the white 72 in 10th, that is Dylan Jennings. Trailer Caulfield starts 11th in the 47, Riley Heil in the 355. And rounding out the field in the 14K, that's Kenny Jessup. I think we are missing the 14K. But we'll get the rest of them turned loose. Looks like Turnmeyer elected to start shotgun on the field, so we'll move people around just a little bit as they get ready to go. First couple of rows are set, though. Grant Whitney in the 179, John Drexler in the 11D, Monty Chamberlain and James Jennings. That's your top 4. We get ready to rock and roll here in the factory stocks. Lights are out. We're looking them over. Here we go. Green flag. And right away, picking up where they left off in their heat race is 179 of Grant Whitney and the 11D at John Drexler. 1 and 2 right off the drop of the flag. You got Monty Chamberlain in the 35, the 27 of Jennings. That's your top 4 as they run lap number 1. 19 more laps to go. So now we stay with the lead battle right there between the 179 and the 11D. Drexler and the 11D, both their heat race winners. Drexler was happy when we talked to him down there in intermission when he was giving away some of the school supplies down there. Here comes John looking to the inside. So Whitney able to take the top spot and hang on. And now here comes Drexler looking back to the inside. Here comes John taking a peek back down on the inside. Oh, trouble for Monty Chamberlain. Middle of 1 and 2, loops it around. Let's see if he keeps it rolling. If Costanza may have a caution come out, but he keeps it rolling. Meanwhile, back up front, the battle for the lead rages on. So Whitney a little loosey-goosey in turn number 1. Come out in turn number 2. That allows Drexler. They're in the 11D, a really, really good run. Down the back straightaway, side by side there into turn number 3. Coming up out of turn number 4, side by side again. Whitney with a little bit extra ponies to the outside, taking the lead back. Out of turn number 4, now back down into turn number 1. Into turn 3, Drexler trying to do the crossover to the bottom. He tries to get to the bottom, and Whitney able to put the power down on the outside group. He continues to lead. We still stick with that battle for the lead for a moment. It looks like Grant Whitney's starting to check out just a little bit out of turn number 4. And now we go back to the first side-by-side battle. That is the battle back there towards the rear of the field with the 355 of Riley Heil and the 42M of Wesley Maurer. Trouble there for the 401. The 401 running third. Normally driven by Will Sellier. I'm not sure if Will's driving that car tonight or not. You got Sellier in the 401. You got Jennings in the 27. 32 of Chase Sanchez in the 9 of Gary Butler. That's the battle 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place all right there together. So there goes Sanchez looking to the inside of Jennings. Moves Sanchez up. Sanchez got in a little deep, almost lost it, but is able to hold on to it. But this time your lead duo coming to cross flags. Halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. So Grant Whitney continues to lead over John Drexler. John's not giving up hope. He comes to the inside again. Out of turn number 4, it's still Grant Whitney Jr. able to take the lead back again from Drexler. Drexler charging hard on the inside. That battle still rages on between the 27 of Jennings and the 9 of Gary Butler. They race for a top 5 spot. Double there for Cellier, and the 401 finally calls up the ghost there out of turn number 2. And caution's out as they try to get the 401 off the racing groove over there. All right, so showing on 1 here in the Texas two-step restart. Grant Whitney Jr. up front by himself. You got John Drexler choosing the outside lane in the 11D, moving up to the inside of row number 2, the 32 of Chase Sanchez. James Jennings in the 27, Gary Butler in the 9. That is your top 5 as they come to the Texana, Texas two-step restart. Get ready to turn them loose right here, right now. Here we go. So right away, Whitney starts checking out. Now it's a side-by-side battle between Drexler in the 11D and the 32 of Sanchez. So Whitney gets a little sideways. Here comes Drexler coming up outside of turn number 2 to the inside. They go side by side. Whitney tries to slam that door. Drexler opens it wide. And I do mean wide, 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 opening that door. So John driving down to the inside. Here they come sideways out of turn number 2. Whitney got the power down first. Able to make the pass for the lead. Here comes Drexler trying to slam down to the inside. Can't make it work. That's lap number 15. 5 more laps to go. So now Whitney able to start checking out about 3-4 car lengths over. The 11D of John Drexler. Battle on the racetrack right now is somewhat shaping up to be the battle there for third between the 9 of Gary Butler. Having a really good night. Racing right behind the 32 of Chase Sanchez. Oh, but back up front though, Whitney with a little bit of a slip. That allowed the 11D of John Drexler to get right back up to him. Good battles first and second and third and fourth. So Drexler trying to make it work on the inside, coming up on 2 to go. As they come down the back straightaway. White flag. One more lap to go. Let's see what John Drexler can do. He might be too far away to make the move on the inside. Whitney going to slam the door on the bottom. Don't think Drexler's going to have enough time and momentum this time. Not going to happen. Grant Whitney Jr. takes the W. John Drexler second. Chase Sanchez third. Monty Chamberlain fourth. Gary Butler fifth. And James Jennings rounds out the top six-pack here at Texana Raceway Park in the Pure Stocks. Look at that. Grant Whitney Jr. is a little excited. How about that? Let's come over and talk about it. Actually, here, you can hold this. You can hold this for now. No power steering. Well, that looked fun. All right, so talk about this race, man. It looked like you and Drexler had a pretty good battle going on the whole night. You got a little wiggle jiggle coming off the corners, but the coming off, you were able to put the ponies down to the pavement, or the dirt, so to speak. So you had them ponies kicking on the outside lane.
There was someone behind me.
And side by side with you the whole time.
I saw him every once in a while. He was very clean. He did not put me in the wall in 3 and 4 when he had his chance. I appreciate him driving me clean. It was a great race by both of us, I think.
It was fun and exciting. So talk about the racetrack. It seemed like you kind of go anywhere you want to go with the grooves as wide as they are. So talk about the racing surface itself right now.
Oh, it's tacky. It's a racer's track right now. If you can get the power down, you can go anywhere and have a blast.
So I know you got a few people to thank, making this thing run around in circles. So who all you got to thank? Got some friends and family over there for sure.
Crew Chief Donald Kane, Triton Temple, my son, wherever the heck he is, Bob from Bob's Race Car Shop. God, that's it. Thank you.
So did you have fun racing here last week for the big money and came back now?
I love this track. This track is gorgeous. It's a great facility. I tell everybody they should come here and race. I will preach this track to everybody. I love this track.
All right, Grant Whitney Jr., your winner here in the Pure Stocks. All right, up next, here we go. It's the battle for E-Mod supremacy. So 6 cars starting, 20-lap main event here for your E-Mods. Up front on the pole, in car 33, that's Braden Tumlinson. Outside of him, in the 04, Cooper Kaliba. Inside the next row in the R10, that's Rio Blackner. Outside of him, in the 21S, that's Summer Nave. Nick Gomez there in car number 74, starting inside of row 3. And Phil Beckner running at the field in 6, starting shotgun on the field. Looks like they kind of swapped the last row a little bit, so we'll put Beckner inside and Gomez to the outside. There they are, 6 cars, 20-lap main event here for your E-Mods. Here we go. So right away, a little bit of a rapid start there for Tomlinson, and everybody able to keep pace. That's your front 2 point leaders right there in the 0-4 and the 33. Good run here going so far for Rio Blackner. Rio finding this track to his liking tonight, able to keep it right together. Had a good run in the heat race, continuing a good run so far, coming up in the main event. Now him and Summer racing side by side. Summer losing just a little bit of ground there. Right now the hot spot on the racetrack is the battle for 4th and 5th. And it's getting closer. Summer Nave in the 21S has it over Phil Beckner in the 75. Now racing battle there for 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th. And meanwhile, your race leader, the 33 of Braden Tomlinson, starting to check out. Got about 5 or 6 car lengths over that battle there for 2nd and 3rd with Cooper Kaliba and Rio Blackner there in the R10. Coming up this time, they'll complete lap number 6, 14 more laps to go. And then battle for 4th and 5th starting to heat up. Phil Beckner there on the backside bumper and Summer Nave the whole way. Phil trying to come to the bottom. He'll get to the back bumper. And they both wiggle, they both jiggle, they both keep it going. Summer tried to return the favor, pops over the tire there in 3 and 4. Hang on to it, Summer. Hang on, girl. Summer able to keep it rolling straight. No harm, no foul. Here we go. Back up front, battle there for 2nd spot between Cooper Kaliba and the Rio Blackner machine in the R10. Rio losing just a little bit of ground here to Cooper. They try to get around the lap machine to Nick Gomez in that 74. That was lap number 9, coming up on halfway home. Your leader, the 33 of Braden Tomlinson, he's let him off from the drop of the green flag. He gets the cross flags halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go. Main event race in action here for your E-Mods. So everybody's starting to race equal distance apart so far. But I'd be saying that the battle for 2nd and 3rd starts heating up just a little bit. Rio Blackner has it there in that, or wants it there in that R10. The 04 Cooper Kaliba has it. Roll off into turn number 1. Everybody stays in that little high. Oh, trouble for Rio. Loops it going off into turn number 1 while battling there for 2nd spot. Keeps it rolling, loses the spot to Phil Beckner in the 75. A race car versus tire, the tire always wins. That opens up a huge gap between the 1st and 2nd place cars, the 33 of Tomlinson. So we mentioned points being tight between your top two. Coming into the night without factoring in heat race points, Braden Tomlinson had a 1-point lead over the 0-4 Cooper Kaliba. So trying to extend that lead, we asked them if they got nervous about racing for points. They said no. We'll ask him again this time if he's able to hang on for the victory. That time by was lap number 16, 3.5 more laps to go. As they continue to race, that was 17 down, 3 more to go this time by. Right there. He's led them all so far. White flag is out for Tomlinson, your leader. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, picking up another win at Texana. Braden Tomlinson wins in the E-Mod. Cooper Kaliba second, Phil Beckner third, Rio Blackner fourth, and Summer Dave rounds out your top 5 here in the E-Mods. So getting all the safety gear off, getting ready to get out of the car, picking up another win here in your E-Mod class. Braden Tomlinson, your winner here in the E-Mods. You know how this works. You've done this a couple of times before. We'll let you hold this for now. You get to hold that later as long as the tech man lets you keep it. So talk about that race, man. Heat race seemed pretty easy. Took off, checked out. Same thing for the main event. Talk about your race tonight. Was it uneventful from in there, or you look like you're pretty tired, so you must have been trying pretty hard.
Yeah, I am pretty tired. Owen and them got a good track for us tonight, and it's fast, and that's probably the fastest I've ever been, honestly. So yeah, I'm pretty tired.
So talk about it in terms of so far this season prep. How many wins is this for you now? This is at least a couple for you.
Yes, sir. I believe it's 3 total that we've gotten on the season.
So I always ask you this: when you win, are you points watching? Did you look at the points?
I did before I got here today, and I think we were leading by 1.
It was 1 point before the heat race, so I think you'll gain a couple of points winning the main event. I think Cooper finished second on both times. So now, knowing the points the way they are, one time you said you weren't looking. Then the last couple of times you said you were looking. It's getting into the season. Does that add any pressure on you to keep this thing up front?
Yes and no. We try and keep it fun. You know, we're not so much worried about the points. It'd be nice to win a championship. At the end of the day, it's all for fun. So I wouldn't say there's no added pressure.
All right, we're picking up another win. Win number 3, we think, between the two of us. Braden Tomlinson picks up another win here in the E-Mod. All right, here we come for the limited sport mod main event. Actually, I thought the late models were next, but it looks like we're going to run the limited sport mod main event next. Here's how they're going to line up on the pole. Your heat race winner, the 115 Jack Barfield. On the outside, the $4 X is Caleb Sellier. The 03, that's GW Hessong. 13B, that's your points leader, Bryce Reed. Further back in the field in the 410, that's Audrey Joe. The double OK, that is Oliver Billingsley. And the red number 26, that is Logan Dinsman there in the red number 26. So 7 cars, 20 lap main event race in action here in your limited sport mod. It looks like we're trying to roll in a little bit more of the track here with the sport mods. So Jack Barfield, Caleb Sellier, the 115 and the $4 X at your front row. GW Hessong in the 03, Bryce Reed in the 13B. That is your top 4 rows as we get ready to turn them loose. 20 laps here at the Sames Ford Back to School Bash at Texana Raceway Park. We go green right here, right now. Here we go. Oh, right away they try to go 3 wide off of turn number 2. Barfield did not get the start that he wanted in the 115. That opened the door for Caleb Sellier in the $4 X and Bryce Reed in the 13B. To the outside, to the lead in second place. Now Bryce coming to the bottom in that 13B. So Caleb running up high there in the $4 X. Bryce running a little lower in that 13B. Battle for the lead, first and second. Caleb Sellier, the $4 X. Bryce Reed, the 13B. Second spot, battle for third and fourth. The second hot spot, the 115 to Jack Barfield and the 03 GW Hessong. Right now, those 2 battles alternate, a little closer, a little together. Right now, the closest battle on the track is that battle further back in the field. It's a battle there for 5th and 6th between the double OK of Billingsley and the 410 of Audrey Joe. That's actually the first side-by-side battle we have on the racetrack. But now, battle there for 3rd and 4th. Here comes GW Hessong to the inside of Jack Barfield, driving that number 115. The races are kind of single filed out, minus this battle there for 5th and 6th. Looks like Audrey Joe's got a good battle there with Nathan Billingsley in that double OK. Coming up to complete lap number 8, 12 more laps to go for Caleb Sellier. Oh, trouble there for Billingsley in the double OK, loop-de-looping it there in turns 2. Oh, he's going to crowd down the $4 X. It's going to slow Caleb down. That's going to open up the door to Bryce Reed there in that 13B. Caleb's got a rocket ship. Now Caleb, after losing that little bit of ground behind the lap car, able to kind of pull out just a little bit more. Got about almost a 3-car length lead now over the 13B of Bryce Reed. They've now chucked out almost a full straightaway length lead over the battle for 3rd and 4th between Jack Barfield and the 115X and the 03 of GW Hessong. So they completed lap number 13, 7 more laps to go. So now the battle for the lead heating up right here. Here comes Bryce Reed looking to the inside on Caleb Sellier. They come to complete lap number 15 in the process. 5 more laps to go. Bryce trying to come to the bottom again. He keeps in touch. Caleb's going to pull away by about a car length. Into turn 3 out of 4. Give it back to Caleb Sellier. About 2-car length advantage. That's lap number 16. 4 laps to go. Caleb going to try to go the high line around the 410. Didn't happen that time. So now comes back into the inside. Now he's got a 3-car length lead over the 13B of Bryce Reed, but Bryce is digging. 2 more laps to go. Oh, trouble there for Bryce Reed. Tried to get to the inside. Went inside the tire instead. Opens up the door. All the way open for Caleb Sellier and a $4X. White flag in the air. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Which wrestler will we get tonight in the victory lane interview? Caleb Sellier wins in the $4X. Bryce Reed comes home second to 13B. Jack Barfield 4th in the 15X. GW Hessong ends up 4th. That's the way they round out the top 4 here in your limited sport mods. So here's your winner in limited sport mod, Caleb Sellier. I think that trophy will fit right there. I know. I actually brought 2 microphones down this time for him, Brad. Because I don't know which one we're going to get. So we're going to find out. The problem is that and what's next? Late models next? All right. Check this out. Just like back in the day, Mean Gene gives you a microphone. Let's talk about this thing.
Well, last week we had a little bit of bad luck. We broke something in the, had a parts failure in the Ghetto Fast Race engine. So all day Monday, I got a great boss there, Kenny Mungle at Kenco Bucket Trucks. All day Monday, I hid in the shop, put the spare motor in it, got it all put together. Last night we finished it up. Come out here in the heat, it run pretty good, and made a bunch of changes. Brian Stipe and Brad and I are scratching our heads, and we made a few changes on the car. It seemed to be a whole lot better. But, you know, Jack, I'm seeing a whole lot of things, and things going around, people falling on hard times, Jack. But let me tell you something. The America Dream's here to tell you, you got to keep the faith, everybody. Want to thank all the fans, everybody, for coming out. Kick-Hole Bucket Trucks, Innovative Race Chassis. Lord have mercy. We styling and profiling.
Woo! Didn't even know who we were going to get this week. Got the American Dream. Speaking of the American Dream, he's going to take some pictures. We'll get everything rocking and rolling, getting set for, I believe, the late models coming up next. All right, here we go. Late model main event race in action time here at Texana. Here's how they're going to line up front. On the pole, your fast time and heat race winner. Car number 48, that is Cody Leonard. Outside of Cody in car number 33. Second fast qualifier, also won the heat race. Ray Allen Kahanick in car 33. Up next on the inside, Kevin Sinton in car number 1. Outside of them in the 10-4, that's Brandon Brzezowski. Up next on the inside, Bo Bragnaut in the 32. Matt Fox outside of row 3 in the 53X. Rory Jordan comes up next inside of row 4, starting 7th in the 7X. John Smiley from up in North Texas in the 74 starts 8th. AJ Burnett in car number 37 starts 9th, next to Barry Quaid there in 19. Car number 78, that's Eddie Hardage. On the outside, the other Hardage of the bunch, that is Cody Hardage in car 12. And rounding out the field in the blue 57, that's Jason Kelly. And if he made the call, not sure if he did, the 53 XX, that's Chandler Fox. So there are 14 cars, 20-lap main event here for your dirt late models. All right, y'all, now's your chance. Stand up, release that seat, grab your phone. You're going to see some mega horsepower. All right, turn 4. Y'all stand up and wave when they come by this time. Y'all start waving at them. Wave your hat, wave your hands, wave your kid, wave at the drivers as they come by. We show them that 1 to go. All right, y'all ready? Caleb got me inspired. I'll use my wrestling voice. Are you ready? All right, let's get ready to rock and roll. Lights are out on the racetrack. Here comes the late models in turn number 3. Cody Leonard, Ray Allen Kahanic, that is your hot rod front row. Here we go. Green flag, let's rock and roll. Oh, this is going to be a fun one from the outside. Ray Allen Kahanic puts the pedal to the power. And he checks out in front of Cody Leonard in F48. This was going to be a battle between the big shots. Ray Allen Kahanic, he's raced everything. Oh, trouble for the 37. AJ Burnett went into turn 4. Lost it, went up to the fence, cautions out. All right, so by my calculations, we got at least the first lap in, and it looks like we did, as they will come to the Texana, Texas 2-step restart right here. So Ray Allen Kahanic on the front row by himself. Cody Leonard in the 48 on the outside. Up next to the inside, the number 1 of Kevin Simon. Or it's Kevin Sitton, sorry. Kevin Sitton in the 1. That is your top 3 as we get ready to turn them loose once again. 20-lap main event, 1 lap complete, 19 more laps to go. Lights are out. Here we go. Green flag. And right away, Ray Allen Kahanic starts checking out again from the outside lane. Good battle between Sitton in the 1 and the 48 of Cody Leonard. Woo, these things are booking fast. 16.425, a 16.425 in the late model for your leader, Ray Allen Kahanic. He is putting the power down. Single file your first couple as they race. That completed lap number 4, coming up on lap number 5. First side-by-side battle further back in the field between Randy Quaid and the 19. The 74 of John Sliney. Barry Quaid in the 19. Trying to get to the outside of the 74 of John Sliney. John Sliney able to hang it on the inside. That's the first side-by-side battle. So Quaid back up on the outside. Sliney back up on the inside. So we'll call that battle done for now. As we come back to your leaders, they complete lap number 7. Ray Allen Kahanic continues to lead over the 48 of Cody Leonard. Cody set fast time with the track record. Oh, trouble for Kahanic trying to get into the backside of Jason Kelly. Oh, that's going to open the door for Cody Leonard in that 48. Watch the top 2 as they go off into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, nose to tail this time. Kahanic able to put the power down first. Cody Leonard, though, he's still in attack mode. Coming up to lap the 37, seeing AJ Burnett as they come halfway home. A quick 10 laps down. 10 more laps to go. These things are lightning fast. as they run around Texana Raceway Park. But as they continue to roll your top two, the 33 and the 48, they're going to start getting into some heavy-duty lap traffic. Don't look now, that third place Sinton in car number 1's right behind him. Kevin Sinton in car 1. If they have another caution, he'll be able to hang tough with him. Meanwhile, here comes Rayala Kahanik, the leader. He's going to be in some heavy-duty traffic, catching the back half of the field. Let's see how he's able to navigate it. Here they come by John Sliney in the 74, trying to get to the inside. Kahana gets bogged down just a little bit, but he's able to put the power down. Here comes Kahana. Oh, gets together with the 19. It's Wade. That opens the door for Cody Leonard. Let's see if Cody can make any ground. Ray, though, in that 33, able to drive right through it like a hot knife through butter. And Rayala Kahana continues to lead inside, outside of the traffic. He goes around side. Chandler Fox in the 53, Fox in the 53X goes around Cody Hardage in the 12. Coming up to complete lap number 17 on the board. 3 more laps to go this time by. Lap 17 right here. Trouble for the 7X. Rory Jordan braking, pulling to the infield. Two to go right here. Oh, let's see if they can keep it going. Everybody kept it going out of turn number 4. No harm, no foul. Here we come. Cody Leonard coming back to it. White flag. 1 more lap to go. Cody's going to get close. Not going to make it happen. Into turn 3. Up out of turn number 4, Rayala Kahanik dominates the late models in Texana. Cody Leonard second. Mike Sinton third. And Brandon Brzezowski way back. Gonna finish third. Bo Bragnall fourth. How about that, y'all? All right, here's your winner. Car number 33 in the late models. Rayala Kahanik picks up the big win in the late models. All right, hell of a win. We'll let you hold this one as we talk, or we put it where you want it, because you want it, you get to put it where you want to. Talk about that race, man. You second fast time. You were blistering the times on this thing during this main event. I think you ran like a 4:45 one time when I was looking down at the clock. How much fun was it? This track was wide. This track was racy. It seemed like it was a hell of a lot of fun from what we were watching up there.
Man, I had my hands full or whatever there. I made an adjustment there right before the main, and I ended up going back and kind of going back the other way a little bit. Just I took 2 rounds out, I put 1 back in, and anyway, it was the right thing to do. I feel like if I'd have went ahead and stayed on the 2 rounds out, I'd have been a little too buried in the right rear. But the track was phenomenal. I mean, top, bottom, slick through the middle. What else can you ask for? You can slide. You know, it's got a little treacherous with some of the lap cars, but I don't know how close Cody was to me, but you know, I knew I needed to get a good strong pace going and just haul ass.
The pace was there. The lap cars ended up causing you a lot of problem. That's when Cody got closer. I mean, other than, oh, hell, there's a bunch of lap cars in front of me, what does it take? Do you just mentally take them one at a time? Are you looking 2 or 3 cars ahead of you? When there's that many lap cars coming because you guys have such a outstanding pace, what goes through your mind as you get to the back markers?
Yeah, well, I mean, normally I watch, you know, pretty good ways ahead and try to plan. But, you know, we got to where there was like 3 or 4 lap cars all at one time, and a couple of the guys were swapping lines, and so, you know, I had to be pick and choosy and wait, you know, I backed my pace up just a little bit where I could try to catch them at the right time. One of them, I didn't really think I was going to run up on the back of him as hard as I did going into 3, and I was like, whoa, I thought I was about to spin. So thought we about gave it away, but we held on, and you know what? I want to thank Jose Moran. I can't thank him enough. I can't stress it. He gives me the best equipment and stuff to race out here and stuff with between this and the limited, and we've had a really good year so far. I think we've won. That's probably about the 5th race or so now, not with the late model. It's the first one. Actually, it's the first time I raced a late model since March this year. So to come out and get a win, I couldn't be more happy.
So you ran Boot Hill last weekend. Didn't have the results you wanted there. Had the flat tire in one of the qualifying heats. Now you're coming in here in this late model, just dominating it. How do you have to change your driving style from racing a factory stock to end up chasing to start racing one of these?
It's just such a slower pace, you know, in the factory stock. There's a lot of stuff going on in the factory stock all the time because you really stay bunched up. Versus this, you know, you got a lot of horsepower to get yourself in trouble, but to also get yourself out. So, like I said, there was a point, like when I was run over the back of that lap car, you know, I chopped throttle so it just back drags the motor so quick. But then at the same time, I had to throttle right back up to keep the car pointed the direction that I needed to go because I knew I needed to shoot to the bottom. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You can get yourself in trouble, but get out. The factory stock's just a smooth, steady Eddie pace. I say it's like running one of those Lincoln Continentals around 610 loop.
All right, we know you got to think. You thanked Jose. Who else you got to thank on this badass machine right here?
Moran Kahonic Motorsports, Smiley's Racing Products, RAK Suspension and Consulting, Day Motorsports, Renegade Race Fuels, Ace Transmission, DR2 Racing Engines. That thing, it runs good, you know. And like I said, all my family and everybody that stuck with me all these years and helped us and propelled us, you know, to where we are today.
Well, you raced at a lot of places. You raced at a lot of machines. We're glad to see you here at Texana Raceway Park. Hell of a run. Congratulations. Ray Allen Kahonic, your late model winner, everybody. All right, y'all, one more race to go. We got the factory stock main event coming up. All right, here we go. Last and final main event of the evening is going to be the factory stocks. Up front on the pole. Double poles here for the 12. That's Cody Leonard. Memphis Viriel runs outside of row number 1 in the 113. Johnny Westfall inside in the 9. Cameron Starry, the Robstown Rocket, in the 741 outside of row number 2. Inside of row number 3, starting 5th in the 44C, that's Cord Beard. Outside of Cord in the black 63, that's Chase Sanchez. Inside the next row in the white and purple, number 39, that's Michaela Trimble. Outside Michaela, the 04, that's Jacob Burnett. Inside the 5th row, starting 9th in the 55M, the Wharton County Playboy, Monty Chamberlain. The 777, that's Will Spears. The 19, Mike Horelka. 63J, Joe Johnson. Shannon Maurer in the 02, Kevin Izey. In the 22, that's your lineup. Lights are out. Here we go. It's race time! And right away, side-by-side battle between Cody Leonard and the 12 and the 113 of Memphis Villarreal. Cody got to be tired running that double duty back-to-back with the late model and the factory stock. Now it's a 1-2-3 battle. You got Memphis Viriel outside in the 113. Cody Leonard in the 12 and the 741 of Camry Starry. Might as well count the 9 of Johnny Westfall. Cautions out. Trouble turn 1. The 04 Burnett spins around backwards. Also, guys, if you're keeping score in your calendar, the next race here will be August the 20th. So we'll be racing again and having a couple of weeks off, get the guys and gals a chance to work on their cars. The next race here will be August the 20th, coming up here in just a couple of weeks. Stay tuned to all the social media posts for more details about that race and the remaining races here at Texana Raceway Park throughout the rest of the 2022 season. All right, so Texana two-step restart here. So Memphis Virial up front on the row by himself. Cody Leonard in at 12. Then you got the 741 of Cameron Starry, the 9 of Johnny Westfall, and the 63 of Chase Sanchez. Next row back, you got the 44C of Cord Beard, 39 Michaela Trimble, 55 of Monty Chamberlain, and the 777 of Will Spears. That's your first couple of rows. On the Texas two-step restart, we go back to racing right here, right now. Here we go. Oh, trouble for Cody Leonard. Spins in turns 1 and 2. He's gonna had a hard hit by the 19 of Horelka. Looks like he's gonna end up staying parked right there. Caution's out. It's a tough break there for Cody Leonard. Spins out of a top 3 position. Loses all that ground and damages the car in the process. But lots of right front fender damage there on that car. Doesn't look like he's got a tire rub for now. So now we line him back up with the Texas two-step restart. Memphis Virial still on the road by himself. 741, the Cameron Starry machine. Outside of him, Johnny Westfall in the 9, your points leader. Chase Sanchez and Michaela Trimble, that is your top 5 as we come back to the restart, showing them 1 to go. Lights out on the speedway. All right, light shot, Memphis Veriel, Cameron Starry, Johnny Westfall. That is your top 3. Here we go. Green flag. And right away, Cameron Starry back to the inside. Memphis didn't get the jump he was looking for on that restart. He's able to pull to the outside, trying to slam the door on Cameron. Cameron's still keeping it in there. That outside line's the place to be all night long. The late models lay down a lot of rubber on this track. It's good and tacky for these racing pull-offs that these guys run. Now Memphis continues to lead. We'll move all the way back to the battle, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, right there between the 63 and Chase Sanchez. In 4th, battling Cord Beard in the 44C. Trouble Will Spears spins in the 777 in turn 2. So right where we're trying to get a good rhythm on the racetrack, caution's out on the racetrack. All right, so light shot, Texas two-step reset rather. Same cars as before. Cam's trying to get a good run. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, Maurer popping over the tire in that 0-2. Everybody bouncing off each other in tires, but they're all staying straight as can be. And Spears goes around again in turns 1 and 2. Got to the inside of Michaela Trimble. Michaela not able to make it stick. Caution's out. No, not yet. There it is. Caution's out. So despite the best effort of the drivers, we're still only 3 laps complete, 17 more laps to go in this one. As the cautions come out, we're not able to complete the laps, have to go back to the last completed green flag lap. All right, back to green this time right here, right now. Here we go. So tire's going to be stuck way out there in the groove in turns 3 and 4. But meanwhile, back up front, got some body damage on everywhere. Got some body damage on the 44C Accord Beard. Got a left front fender peeled away over there, but the battle for the top spot continues between Memphis Villarreal and the Robstown Rocket. Cameron Starr in the 741. They got a couple of car length lead over 3rd place. Johnny Westfall in the 9. And finally, lap 5 complete, 15 more laps to go. Trouble there at turns 1 and 2. Car turns sideways. Can't tell the number from here. And it's Spears again in the 777. Trouble for the 04, Jacob Burnett pulling to the hot pit. And Will Spears in a 777 exit the speedway. All right, so Texas two-step restart, reformed up front. Little different players this time. You got Memphis Viriel back up front. Johnny Westfall on the inside in the 9. Cameron Starr in the 741 up on the outside. Cord Beard, Cody Leonard, that's your top 5 as we come from the Texas two-step restart. Here we go, green flag. So right away, Memphis Viriel continues to take off. Over the 741 of Cameron Starr and the 9 of Johnny Westfall. And the 44C of Cord Beard, that is your top 4. Cody Leonard, good rebound. And spinning out of 3rd spot. Starting shotgun on the field, he's back up to a top 5. Coming up to complete lap number 8. Hotspot on the racetrack is going to be the battle there for 4th and 5th between Cord Beard and the 44C and Cody Leonard in the 12. The Cord slides up in 1 and 2, opens the bottom groove up there for Cody Leonard. Talked to Cord there at intermission, said his car was way too tight. They were going to have to make some adjustments. But meanwhile, halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go here in your final main event of the night at Texana. Now the battle up front starting to shake out again between the 2 leaders. Cameron Starr in the 741 getting within a half a car length of the backside of Memphis Villarreal. Now he's right there, back quarter panel. Here comes Cameron looking back to the bottom, trying to get ever so close. Oh, Cam got a good run on both those cars, up good and running on the solid outside lane. Here comes Cam trying to come to the bottom. They're going to get close. Cam's just not able to make that bottom groove work. They still continue to run nose to tail. Out of turn number 2 they go. This time Memphis about 2 car length run on the outside. Let's see if Cam's just trying to back up the corner. Looks like he's trying to back up the corner just a little bit to try to get in. No, trouble there for Cameron Starr. Off the pace, pulls to the infield. Trouble for the 741. That opens up a huge lead there for the 113 of Memphis Villarreal. Coming up to complete lap number 15. 5 more laps to go. Right now, hot spot on the racetrack. We'll pick up the battle there for 5th and 6th. Between the battle between Cord Beard and Shannon Maurer. That's the closest battle on the racetrack. They try to reel in the 12 of Cody Leonard. So 2 more laps to go here in this main event. You see it right there. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, your leader, the 113 of Memphis Real trying to go back to back. White flag in the air. On the backstretch, into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. He won the big money last week. He wins the big W this week. Memphis Real back-to-back wins in the factory stock. Johnny Westfall 2nd, Cody Leonard 3rd, Cord Beard 4th, Shannon Maurer 5th, Chase Sanchez 6th, Monty Chamberlain 7th. So that concludes tonight's racing action, minus a interview with Memphis Villarreal coming up here in Victory Lane. Don't forget, next race here will be August the 20th. Check all the social media channels for all the information on details on that forthcoming race. Don't forget, you don't have to go home when the races are over. You can make your way once the cars have cleared the pit entrance. You can go down, meet your new favorite driver, get some autographs signed, stuff like that. But we thank everybody for coming out. Sames Ford Back to School Bash Night here at Texana Raceway Park. Thanks to all the sponsors that make that happen. Thanks to the drivers, John Drexler, Cord Beard, Michaela Trimble, Summer Nave. Lots of guys and gals that make that stuff happen. Here's your winner, back-to-back Victory Lanes from Memphis Real. Here, JD, come hold this. Well, I mean, somebody's got to hold it. And then I'll let you hold that. Where are the girls? Everybody at? Just the dudes tonight. All right, well, fair enough. So you won the big race last week. What changes did you make to win the big race this week?
Oh, man. Tried to make some changes, but we went back to what we ran last weekend. We ran pretty close, so just came and made some laps, and we ended up winning.
So in terms of having to go from different stuff to different stuff, was the racing that much different this week compared to last week? Talked about how good the racing surface was. Did you notice a difference with the late models putting down some extra rubber for you guys?
Oh yeah, no, the track was really good. It was a lot smoother, and that made it a lot more fun. I think more in my wheelhouse right there, just hitting your marks every lap, and I think we drove away there. I don't know, I can't see behind me, but it felt like we did. So thanks to everybody that works on this car, JD, Ramsey, they helped me out a lot. My girlfriend back home, my dad, my mom, Mav Motorsports, Sames Ford, Swinson Racing Shocks, Proline, Advanced Racing Shocks. They helped me out a lot here too.
All right, picking up another win in the factory stop. Memphis Real, everybody. Also, don't forget, as we said, next race here will be August the 20th. So check out all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff for all the updated information. Don't forget, you can still go down to the pits, meet yourself a driver, get some autographs, have some fun. So on behalf of the entire staff and management team here at Texana Raceway Park, my name is Showtime Bobby Chaffee. Thank you guys for coming out. God bless, Godspeed. We'll see you August the 20th.